How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's all good. It's been a couple of weeks since I've jumped on and done a video, but I wanted to just record a video today thinking about the journey as a natural lifter. Now, obviously in the fitness industry, there's a lot of shit out there, and you'll see a lot of, I've spoke about this in the past, you know, it must be toxic for beginners coming into the scene now with the amount of steroids and, you know, the amount of fake natties and all of that shit that's in the industry, giving people false perceptions of what's actually achievable. So it's good for people to actually understand and learn things from actual real naturals who've been doing this for a long time. Now, I've been training for just over a decade. I started when I was 15, 16. I'm now 27. So it's just every now and I'm always posting tweets, and I'm just always thinking about, you know, what do you really need to do to get bigger and stronger. I'm always getting asked this question all the time, and you know, I just want to break it down as simple as possible for everyone to understand. So basically, you've got to accept as a natural from when you first walk in the gym, you're probably looking at 5 to 10 years of hard training to really, you know, get big and strong. That's just the facts. You're not going to be big and strong after 1 or 2 years. You're going to build some muscle, of course you are, but if you want to be truly big and strong, you're going to need 5 to 10 years of this stuff. That doesn't sell to people, but that's the hard pill that you need to swallow. That is the truth. So when I say train hard for 5 to 10 years, you know, what does that mean? Well, I look at myself and my own journey. You know, the first 5 years of training for me, you know, it wasn't really optimal, but I trained hard. I was still focusing on all the big lifts and getting stronger over time. But what really changed my whole physique and just everything to do with my strength and everything to do with how I looked and performance in the gym, it was when I got into powerlifting, when I started to lift heavier weights and go through phases of training when I was lifting reps of 3 to 5 and all that type of stuff. That really just opened my eyes into, as a natural, if you want to get big, you've got to get strong. I know it's the same for people who are enhanced, but it matters a lot more for naturals. So you need to have periods of your training where you are going to focus on actually getting stronger in that 1 to 5 rep range, where you might spend a couple of months doing that on all the big basic lifts, because then what happens is when you get stronger on them in that 1 to 5 rep range, then when you go back into a volume phase, higher volume phase, you're going to be stronger in the 6 to 20 rep range. So you're going to handle more sets, more weight for more sets and reps in the 6 to 20 rep range if you actually get stronger. And it's about doing that continuously for years on end. You know, if you can build up to a 400-pound squat, your volume work in that 6 to 10 rep range, you're going to be around the 300 mark. So if you're sitting here now and your max squat is 275 and you're doing your volume work with, you know, 185, 200, when you actually get stronger over time and your max becomes 400, your volume work is going to be done with 315, 320, 330. Think how much bigger you're going to be. That's what it is. It's following that progression over years. That's what really works. So another thing that you need to really understand is that just going in the gym and training for the pump, you know, it doesn't do nothing with naturals. It's a waste of time. That might work for some juiced up, you know, fitness influencer who's pumping a load of gear and can go in and do sets of 20 on bicep curls and look massive. Some of them can do anything and look massive. It's different when you're actually natural. It really is different. So what you need to do, your whole training should be focused around the fundamental human movement pattern. So you've got a squat. So a squat pattern, any type of high bar squat, front squat, low bar squat, goblet squat, safety bar squat, anything like that. Progressively get stronger on them, any of them over time. Pick 1 or 2 and get stronger on them over time. 2, any sort of hip hinge. So you've got like your conventional deadlift, stiff leg deadlift, good mornings, Romanian deadlift. Pick 1 to 2 of them, get stronger on them over time. Your hamstrings and glutes, everything is going to grow. Horizontal push, bench presses, dumbbell presses, close grip presses, Swiss bar bench presses, any variation you want. If the bench press doesn't agree with you, as I said, use one of them different variations, dumbbells, push-ups, and all that stuff, weighted push-ups, great. So that's a horizontal push. Then we think about a vertical push. You've got your things like overhead press, okay, seated dumbbell press, Arnold press, anything where you're pressing overhead, okay, it's going to build your delts, your tries, everything, okay. Some sort of overhead pressing in your program. Get stronger on that over time, you're going to be in a good position. Horizontal rows, things like chest supported rows, barbell rows, pen lay rows, one arm rows, anything like that. Seated cable rows are also great. Pick a couple of them, get stronger on them over time, move more weight on them for sets and reps. You're going to get bigger and stronger, and it's going to show in your physique. And then you've also got vertical pulls, so things like weighted chin-ups, pull-ups, your pull downs. Get stronger on them and you're going to get bigger. So it's the basic stuff, but people like to try and complicate it, and they're trying to work a lot of too much isolation stuff without actually getting stronger on the stuff that actually matters. Now, that's one piece of the puzzle, that's your training program, okay? But then you've also got to factor in your sleep and your nutrition. Sleep, you need 7 to 9 hours every night, non-negotiable. You know, obviously every now and then if you have a shit night's sleep, it's not going to make or break your training program or your results. But if you're constantly getting 4 or 5 hours sleep, and you're going out of a Saturday and a Sunday and you're drinking all sorts and you're only getting 3 hours sleep, that's going to fuck your training week up as well. So you need to start really getting serious about your sleep and your whole recovery. Recovery goes into nutrition as well. I can't stress as well, as a natural, don't be spending too much time in calorie deficits. You don't build muscle in a calorie deficit. You need to spend a lot of time in a slight calorie surplus, a prolonged bulk. So don't be fucking around in calorie surpluses for a long time, or calorie deficits. Get yourself into a surplus and build some muscle. That's how you're going to get big and jacked, not by eating like a rabbit. Lots of good food, just 200 to 300 calories over your maintenance levels every single day. That's going to put you in a good position, okay? That's what works. But if you take all that information I've just give you, you're going to be on the right path. Don't listen to all this bullshit of, you're going to get bigger and stronger by doing all sorts of CrossFits and burpees and jumping around the fucking floor doing crazy shit that people do. Focus on the basics, okay? Get bigger and stronger on them over time. Eat your food, get your sleep, get your rest, and do that for a decade, okay? That's what works, but people don't want to hear that. They want to go and buy a program on the internet and do something for 16 weeks and think they're going to be jacked. It doesn't work like that, okay? It takes years and years of work, especially as a natural. You need to understand that right away before you even get into it, and just have the patience. If you can get better from year to year, a little bit more muscle mass, a little bit more strength on all of your main lifts, and just be in this for the long haul, because that's what really works, okay? So just let me know what you think of the video. Any questions, just drop them in the comments below, or reply to the email that I sent out. Just give me some questions. I'm going to be doing a Q&A very soon, and I'm going to be answering the best questions that I get. So drop them below, and I'll talk to you all soon.